wants to throw it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Mariota, perfect strike, touchdown.
Campus Insiders continuing coverage of the College Football Playoff National Championship. Bonnie Bernstein here with Oregon Ducks offensive coordinator Scott Frost, who knows a little bit about the championship scene, even going back to your college days. And Scott, you were in Nebraska for the 95 and 97 championships. How has this whole scene changed since you were a player?
Well, this is different this year. Every other year it's a bowl game tied to it, so there's a lot more hoopla around it. I think this is a good setting coming off a bowl game because these guys are able to focus on this game a lot more and not have to go through all the song and dance of a bowl game.
Second time as an assistant in the championship game for you. How has your approach to this game evolved since you guys faced Auburn back in 2011?
I think we're approaching it mostly the same way. We've only had 10 days to prepare for this one, which is different than national championship every other year. So these guys are basically approaching this the same way we've approached every game this year.
I'm sure this wasn't the news that you wanted to hear. When did you get word that Darian Carrington wasn't going to be available to you?
We knew earlier in the week, but our guys will be fine. We got a lot of playmakers on the offense. Some of them get to play more, which they're excited about. We feel for Darren. We're going to help him and look forward to him getting back, but our guys are ready to go.
When you consider how run-heavy your offense is, how much is his absence, and the fact that you've already dealt with some injuries at the receiver position, how does it perhaps not make quite as much of a difference as if perhaps you were more pass-heavy?
I don't think it makes a difference. We trust the guys we have. We're going to run our scheme. It's been a revolving door for us this year with all the injuries we've had, and it's tough to look at the sideline and see Efo on crutches and Pharaoh Brown out and Tyler Johnstone out and Braylon Addison out and Devin Allen out. And I can't say enough about the job Coach Helfrich has done and the job all these guys have done about rallying and playing the way that they have.
Ohio State's actually obviously got some dudes on defense. I mean, you faced Scooby Wright twice from Arizona, and he's considered one of the best defensive players of the game. Now you're going up against Joey Bosa. When you look at him on film, what's so challenging about figuring out how to counter him?
Well, he's physical. He does a great job striking and getting off blocks. Obviously, I'm sure he's going to make his plays in the game. We're going to have to try to make ours. He's one of the best guys we've seen, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
As you have learned how to sort of function in that process of calling the play down to the field, getting it into Marcus, I've always wondered if you guys sit there and just time yourselves and say, okay, how quickly can we do this? Because having been there last week and watching the Rose Bowl, my hands started cramping up in the first quarter.
No, we don't time it. I think it's a feel thing. When we think tempo's given us an advantage, then we really put the hammer down, and that's something that's been good to us for a long time at Oregon. One
key to winning this game from your perspective? Don't say score more points, because that's not going to work.
No, we got to execute. This game is between two good teams. I think either team could win the game. It's going to be the team that takes care of the ball and plays better.
Scott Frost, offensive coordinator for the Oregon Ducks. Campus Insiders continuing coverage of the national championship.